Well, I write you squares.
Yeah.
5 just fun.
Put my watch on and shit.
What the hell of a
All black with a
combination,
little
man?
bit of gold.
Cheers and cocaine.
Yeah.
Some legendary
Hey.
shit, man. Spit out.
It's crazy all the shit that I done in California.
Well, I don't have an intro for this podcast, although I do go by Tony Awdball, and this is an odd conversation with a very special guest.
What's up, man? I go by FrankieOG.
Oh,
Mike almost fell, man. But yeah, I go by FrankieOG. What's up, Tony Awdball? I appreciate you having me today, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
a blessing to be here, bro, for real.
shit.
Real
And
blessing.
bless the Instagram. That's how we got connected. I don't know
IG.
how we crossed, but it worked out that way.
Yeah, I believe it was just on Instagram, bro. I believe you just reached out to me and like you said you had checked out some of my music and you really liked it. You wanted to plan something out in the near future, and we just made it happen. It took a couple of months, but we made it happen like we said we were gonna do.
Yeah. Well, it definitely would have been better because I would do like mobile interviews for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Like when quarantine started, it was all FaceTime. And anybody that's been keeping up with the podcast, they know a lot of my interviews already been like over FaceTime stuff.
Yeah.
But then eventually I started driving out to do a few. And then, God bless, with this opportunity to work here and such. Shout out Detour. And yeah, man, just want to do try to get some work in, let alone you also being from Riverside.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's dope, man. Yeah, I was actually born in Moreno Valley. And then when I was like 4 years old, I moved up to the high desert, like Adelanto, Victorville area. And I was up there all throughout high school and everything like that. But I moved around a lot. Like I was in Adelanto, Victorville, Apple Valley, Hesperia. And then like the 5th grade, I moved to Sacramento for a year, came back, was back and forth, you know what I mean? And then right after I graduated high school, I moved to LA for 2 years with my dad. He was living in Southgate. And that's kind of where I started recording and getting more opportunities to be exposed to like what music actually was and how to build a career off of it. So I feel like if I would have never made that move right after high school, none of this would have even been possible, because like I could have either like stayed where I was at and kind of just got stuck in like what I was doing and not really like moving at all, or like I was like, you know what, let me just go see what my dad's doing. He's in LA. There's a lot more opportunity out there to make money, to make a career, to make anything I need to do for myself. So I'm just gonna say fuck it and just go. So I went. And it was probably the best thing that I could have did ever. I started recording music 2 months after that, really getting into studios, really like understanding how to drop music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a like basic level, you know what I'm saying? And through me focusing on that, I just built different relationships, got my first radio interview through Conscious Radio. Shout out my cousin and Stephen J, with Oh That's Filthy.
Okay,
Yeah, that was back in like 2017 or 2018, I did that. That was my first interview.
Before the plague.
Yeah, oh yeah, way before that. Yeah. So shout out Stephen J and Conscious Radio, my cousin Abney. They were the ones that really opened the doors for me to like gain all the opportunities that I've had today, as far as like meeting Noah James, Nug Lives, everybody I know is because of that Conscious Radio interview, and I'll forever give it credit. You know what I mean? So that's really what opened the doors for me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout them out for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. It's weird, like, how you mentioned already, like, LA is, like, the place for opportunity and stuff, you know what I mean? Me and Detour, we talked about this not too long ago, saying how, like, the Inland Empire it's always been overlooked, but there's a lot of talent out here.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. And I don't really even understand why it gets overlooked. You know what I mean? I think it's because when people, like, hear about California or think about California that are not from here, it's just like Hollywood and LA and the beaches and all of that. So they think that everything comes from there. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand there's so many other places in California that really do have the talent. They really do have the styles, and like a lot of the shit that is in LA came from out here. And a lot of the shit that's going down in LA is because of people in the IE. And like all Grammy nominated, Grammy winners, producers from the IE.
Shout out Hit Boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I still don't understand what the Inland Empire has to do to get its respect, but we're gonna keep moving regardless. I know a lot of the IE natives and a lot of the IE catalysts that are out here as far as music and entertainment and stuff, they don't really pay no mind to it because they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And one person like particular that comes to my mind is like Noah James. he doesn't really worry about it. You know, he knows that what he's doing is powerful, and he just keeps moving with positive energy, love, and is just spreading that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So
Noah's definitely like, he has like probably one of the top respects in like the music scene out here.
Oh, for
like
sure.
Everybody, even outside of the IE, just loves him, man. Like Murs and well, man, who was it? Rosecrans Vic, I know that, but there was another person that had a really powerful name in the music scene, and like they gave respect to Noah as well. I can't remember at the very moment.
Currency,
Currency.
I've seen Currency shout him out. I mean, Action Bronson, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He's done
snap,
stuff, He's
okay.
done stuff with Action Bronson as far as like doing shows and stuff like that. So like, yeah, he's done a lot of stuff, and he's been in the game for a long time. And you know what I'm saying? So like, the IE has its clip. You know what I'm saying? It has its clip, and we can shoot if we want to shoot. You know what I mean? As far as talent, artists, producers, visual artists, engineers, you name it, bro. I know a top tier graphic designer from the IE. You know what I'm saying? That can keep up with anybody, or they have done work for people that are known globally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just on a low key scale where it's like, we're gonna do this work for you, and that's that. Like, it's not like the artist. When do you see a visual graphic designer get credit for crazy dope cover art? Besides if it was like Virgil doing one for Pop Smoke, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really get much credit when on the bigger scale.
And honestly, that Virgil piece for Pop Smoke wasn't even
hard, bro. It wasn't even hard.
Everyone was clowning on him so bad for that.
Yeah, it wasn't even that hard,
know,
bro.
man.
But I mean, that's like near here nor there. That's my opinion, of course. But like I said, it's just there's a lot of things that get overlooked in the IE, and I really don't know why, you know. But it is what it is. We know where we're at, and we're gonna keep moving, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I remember people used to tell me like, "Oh, so like, where'd you grow up?" I'm like, "Oh, Fontana." It's like, "Where's that at?" I'm like, "Inland Empire." Like, where? You know where they have all the raves and stuff? Yeah. Okay. There. Yeah.
Yeah, or you just gotta be like, it's just 30. It's like 30 minutes from LA. Oh, okay. Like, yeah, bro. Like,
yeah. But I'm not gonna lie though. Like, I've been saying this for the past maybe like couple months, like confidently saying like, Inland Empire is actually going to be starting to get like acknowledgement and start being like spoken on more often.
Oh yeah,
damn
bro.
near like as much as LA now.
Oh yeah,
because
bro. Like I said,
if you look at Florida, you know, we had like the whole Miami scene, but then now people are talking Fort Lauderdale to West Palm Beach and like all these different places out there. It's like, okay, they actually get recognition for that. You know, I feel like the West Coast need to start doing that a lot more often because you started, you know, going around and started noticing like all these other like places, even like New York wise and Chicago, down south, like they're always like giving each other their props.
And that's one thing that lacks in the IE too. I didn't really want to speak on that. Is there's a lot of ego. You know what I mean? If people would just like understand that we're all independent artists and we have our own stuff going on, and like if we just collaborate with each other and like work and push each other to like on a further scale and like, you know what I'm saying, push the bar, I think that shit would be different. But there's a lot of egos. There's a lot of people thinking that, you know, they deserve this or they deserve to be in people's shoes or they should be doing that, but they're not. And it's just like, you got to understand, bro, this game comes with, you know, you got to earn that shit no matter what. You got to keep going. You can't be all up in your feelings. You can't be emotional about shit. You know, you got to wait patiently for your time. If you're really true to this shit, it'll come.
Yeah, hands down. And that's like one thing too. I from the songs I've been listening from you, a lot of humility, but it's also like a lot of progression as well.
Oh yeah,
on top
for
of
sure,
that.
bro. Like I'm very open with my fans. I'm very open with my supporters. I'm very open and honest with myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like with my music, it's a way for me to just like express that without like
Looking like a
or venting to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to vent to anybody. I could just get on the mic and do it myself.
exactly.
And not have nobody judge me or have nobody, you know, in my face like looking at me crazy. If they are, they're listening to it through the speakers, but you're still listening to what I got to say. So, yeah, bro, I'm definitely very vulnerable in my music. Very, very vulnerable, you know?
Which also brings up the title of like one of your projects, Forever Misunderstood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel the same exact way a lot of times. Like I'm a weird guy. This is probably really calm. I'm a super weird guy.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I'm a weird ass dude. Although is that I feel like people like pick up the wrong perspectives just because of like a simple action. It's like, okay, well, I don't blame you, but you know, you'll get to if you want to get to know me, all right, you'll know. You know what I mean? You'll see.
And like the thing about it is like I even had to learn this. Like, you just gotta let people rock. Like, you can't be sitting here like in front of somebody judging everything that they're doing and like, oh, just because I wouldn't do that or just because I wouldn't do this that way, like I'm gonna hate on him. Like, nah, bro, let people rock. Like, you do what you're gonna do your way and let that person do what he's gonna do his way. Like, he has a whole different mind, a whole different background, a whole different everything. Like, you can't be sitting here.
Feels like he's his own person.
Yeah, hating on what somebody else does just because you would do it differently. And I had to learn that too, because I used to be that person. When, you know what I mean? I used to be like, man, why is he wearing that? Or why do you got the like? I used to be that person, and I had to learn like, yo, just let people rock, just be humble, do your thing. Like, why you shitting on somebody's happiness? Like, you know, he that person or whoever feels good doing what they're doing, and you're gonna shit on it just because you don't feel the right way about it. Like, nah, that's whack.
Exactly.
That's
Like,
whack,
it's not
bro.
your flavor. It's not your flavor.
Exactly,
Simple
but
as
don't
that.
hate on it, bro. Like, you know,
It's like those dudes that get shut down by girls, and then they're like, "Oh, like, what's up, girl? What you doing today? I have a boyfriend. Well, you're ugly anyway, bitch."
Yeah,
you know, it's
it's
like,
like, whoa.
you know, there's always those type of dudes out there, people in general.
That shit is crazy. And you know what's and the funny part about that is that like most girls say that or like deny you at that first hand because like they just don't want you, like they want you to at least try. Like you're not, you know, you gotta have you gotta be smooth in this life, bro. Not even just with women, but in anything. Like you gotta be able to, you know, not necessarily talk your way into shit, but make people comfortable enough to engage with you and get open with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's in every aspect of life. You know, in any relationship, in any like, you know, collaboration, you got to be able to, well, at least organic collaboration, you got to be able to like, you know, open that person's mind enough to get comfortable to, you know, be comfortable to work or to even conversate and talk. It's not like it's going to come easily. You got to build with people, and building with people means like not being a hater.
Yeah,
you know, and
exactly.
understanding that you do what you do and they do what they do, but you fuck with that person because they're them. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I had to learn that. And I think that learning that helped me a lot. You know, just helped me be happier. It helped me, like, just let go of shit. It helped me just, you know, there's a lot of things that helped me get to where I'm at today, you know, as far as just, like, mentally and just, you know, with everything, you know.
Well, I mean, from the looks of it and such, you know, because the quality that you have in your collaborations, not only on like Forever Misunderstood, but just in general, like even like Broken Hearted, like the latest one, you don't seem to have a problem like building relations. You know, like these people are very, very notable from the ones that I do know.
Yeah.
And then, but let alone like that's like one of my favorite things about collaborations, because you can kind of see who wants to, you know, really make the track shine, and like you don't ever dim it. Like as much like despite of anybody that's on it, like you make sure you still do you on top of that.
Yeah, I got to, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like every time I get on a beat or every time I write some music, I have something to prove. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know who I have to prove it to. I don't know if it's myself. I don't know if it's God. I don't know if it's people. But I always just feel like I got something to prove, and there's always so much more that I could do, and I got to elevate it to the next level, you know what I mean? And that there's always a little bit of competitiveness when I know it's gonna be a feature. Like, you know, like I want that person to listen to my shit and be like, oh damn, like I gotta follow that up, because if I'm on something, I want to be able to listen to that shit and be like, okay, I gotta follow this up. Like, okay, we doing this there, you know? I want to feel that, so I'm just everything that I live by. I kind of just gotta give out what I want to get back. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody should live by that. Mm-hmm. If you're not giving out what you expect to get back, you're crazy. Yeah. You know? If you want love and you want respect, you got to give it no matter what. Mm-hmm. You know? I truly feel that, like, until somebody shows you that they don't deserve your respect, you got to respect it, bro. You got to, on just a human level. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No matter what another person told you, or, like, opinions and shit, or what you see, until somebody proves that to you, you can't be disrespectful or, like, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be seeing, like, these other, like, artists that I've been trying to get a hold of, or, like, these other podcasts doing their thing, and I'm like, damn it, wish I fucking did that shit, you know? And then I'm like, then I get like my 2 seconds of bitterness. I'm like, fucking, just can't believe this shit. Oh, you know, but they're pretty good though. You know, I respect it. You know, like immediately, you know, it's like,
you got to.
You know, it's that bit of jealousy.
And that's a part of growth, bro. Mm-hmm. Is like being able to look at the next man and be like, yeah, he's doing good, bro. That's dope. Like, that's dope. Even if you're in a shitty spot or like whatever, like that's a part of being like, I think that's just the part of growth, bro, and becoming like mentally and spiritually in tune and just grounded with yourself. You know, you got to be able to, no matter what situation you in, know that you're gonna be okay, and know that like you're doing what you're doing for a purpose, and like you know your purpose
Yeah.
through it all. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I gotta keep every day repeating myself is like I know my purpose. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like after listening to like the few projects and like a couple of singles, which I think might be the whole catalog on Spotify. I'm not sure yet. But the thing is though is that after hearing it so much, I'm like seeing like, you know, you do talk about growth a lot, but you also talk about like your own experiences throughout it.
Yeah.
But you know, you also like like some people think like, oh, he's so lyrical. The lyrical is like. Sometimes you just have to put words in the right place and deliver it, and then it works just as much.
Yeah, you know? Bro. Yeah, man. Like, I don't try to get too technical with my bars or like get crazy and like, you know. But I definitely do know that I gotta send a message, and like the inspiration that I felt from all the artists that I looked up to growing up, and to all the people that inspired me to do what I'm doing. I want to give my listeners that same feeling. To be able to get motivated and get up and be like, damn, this song made me feel like I got to get up and let's do what I got to get done today. Like, let's do that shit. Let's get up and let's go get this money. Let's get up and go get this car wash. Let's get up and go clean this, or let's go to work today with a positive attitude because we can, and I'm blessed to be here. It's another day. Like, I want everybody to be on that spiritual growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or everybody that I reach at the least. You know, I can't control or like change the world. I mean, I can, but you know. That's not my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not worried about that.
When you're in the spot, well, the artist spotlight, you know, that's your responsibility to just do what you feel is right, and then those that agree or follow will come through. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just like benchwarmers. You build it, they'll come. You know, simple as that. Mm-hmm. So it's just you know, you decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And like. You know, word to Nipsey, like, I'm a master of my fate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was just about to mention that right now.
I'm a master of my fate. You know what I mean? And through habits and, like, through change and through, like, cutting ties and obtaining new relationships and things like that, bro, that's just what, like, comes with growth. You know what I mean? Pain comes with it. Glory comes with it. You know? Like, over the last couple months, I've had to make some of the hardest decisions in my life. And through that, I see so many blessings unfolding in front of me as it's coming, you know, like, so, and that's one thing about me is that, like, I don't ever talk about something if I don't experience it, if I don't know.
Yeah.
I will never, like, give advice, or I will never speak on something like I know about it if I, for one, didn't personally experience it, or if somebody that I truly entrust their opinion or, like, what they got to say about a situation is, like, you know, it's correct. I won't. So, like, everything in my music and everything that I tell people, or, like, you know, people that engage in conversation with me is, like, I'll never tell you something that I don't really know, or that I'm confident that I could prove, or tell you why I feel this way.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
So it's the same thing with my music. You know, all my experiences are real. All the shit that I'm saying is true. Like, whether you want to take it or not, like, I'm going to put it out. You know what I'm saying? For people to listen.
I feel you. I feel you on that, man. Well, so if someone's like just barely coming into your music, they want to try to like figure out, okay, what's the hook that's gonna bring me in to listen to more? Mm-hmm. Like, what's one of the songs you'll like want to go ahead and like introduce?
Man, I would probably introduce them to that first track, "Shining," for sure. On "Forever Misunderstood." That track right there, I really feel like it just like. The soothingness of the beginning of like the intro of the track, just the guitar that plays, you know, just that strumming, I think it just gains attention right then and there. It's just a soothingness to the ear. Because I remember when I first heard the beat, like I needed it right away just because of how it comes in. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I like from a fan perspective. I picked up on that.
And then Algie helped produce the whole thing.
No, he produced the whole thing. He actually produced the whole thing.
Okay,
those are his beats. He made those beats. Yeah.
You seem to bounce off of it very well. You know what?
Yeah, bro.
You know
like
exactly how to like work the magic and like hit the pockets where it needs to be really touched on.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, me and LG have been working together since like 2017, bro. And that was our first project that we put out together.
We're out there in Southgate?
Nah, we met like when I lived in Victorville, like a little bit after I graduated high school. We worked for like a year, and then that's when I moved to Southgate after that. We kind of lost contact a little bit. and like, I guess you could say we like got into like a little bit of a fallout, but it wasn't really a fallout. Like, we got into like a stupid ass argument, and then we didn't really talk for a long time, but I didn't know that he was going through a bunch of shit. Like, his grandma had passed away and he was going through a bunch of shit, and like, we just didn't really talk. And then he moved to Vegas, and like, one day he just reached out to me and was like, "What's up, bro? Like, I know it's been years since we talked. Like, you're my brother. Like, we need to link back up. We need to get back in the lab. Like, like, I'm out here in Vegas now." And like, he just broke down everything that he was going through to me, and I was like, damn. So we just let that stupid shit go. Like, you know what I'm saying? We locked right back in, and like, I had already had shit in motion. I already met Noah James. I was in the lab with Nug Life. Like, I was like, bro, I'm telling you, everything that I said I was gonna do, I've been out here doing this. So come on, bro. Like, let's lock back in.
That's like one thing too. I always tell people, like, if you're not really that close, if you guys never had a stupid argument and then like dropped that whatever bullshit came up, like I've had so many fucking arguments with my people, and it's like, all right, but then like, we talk it out, and then we just pick up where we left off. That's the way I've always seen it.
And I think that's just a level of maturity too, and a level of respect that you have for each other, and I got nothing but love for my brother, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I always tell him, bro, whatever I got going on, you're involved in, bro. Trust, because there wouldn't be no FrankieOG without Algie. There wouldn't be my sound without Algie. The sound that people search for, and like when they listen to my music and become a fan, that FrankieOG sound that they say they don't know who it sounds like, or like it's just me, is because me and Algie developed it. So like, I have that respect for him to know that, like, bro, this shit wouldn't have happened. Even though sometimes like he may not feel like that, because he's in the producer in the background, bro, and I know that you can feel like,
a lot of times people don't give the producer their attention. They don't pay attention or give them the recognition for it.
And I try to give Algie all his recognition. I don't ever want him to feel like he's not a part of this shit, because he really is. And I give him that respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he really helped me develop the sound. He really helped me develop that sound. His beats and like the shit that we would talk about, and like just how we would move, and like our day-to-day experiences and shit. Like, yeah, it just built it all. It built it all. So it's cool. It's crazy to think about, like when you first start the shit, and like you just know. Like, I remember listening to his beats and like making music with him that didn't get released, and I would just know. Like, we had a whole album together that never got released, and like I always knew, like, bro, we got something. We just got to believe in this shit. And like, to be where I'm at today.
5 years later, we're going to start hearing some of those songs come out into the projects.
It's crazy to be here right now and like think back to those days when we were in my room recording this shit, and be like, bro, I'm telling you, we're going to get to where we want to be off of this shit. We just got to stay true. And like, it's years later, and we're still moving every day with our music,
Rome wasn't built in a day. That's the way I've always said it.
Yeah, bro.
Like me, I've been interviewing since like 2016 technically, but that was like off of just a cell phone only, and then show up, no microphone, just show up to wherever the hell they're at, and get like that 10 to 15 minutes in, and like, all right, cool. But then like, I got some notable names that like during that early time, but like super inconsistent. So it wasn't until last year where I finally got shit like in order, and it's starting to push out a lot better than it was before. Yeah. So I was like, all right, just got to keep on going at it. Simple as that. And just like the 2-year anniversary with Nipsey Hussle, rest easy and all that.
Rest in peace to the great, man.
But he really instilled that marathon mind state in my head for like the past couple of years and such.
Me too, man. Me too. And like, it's crazy because there's so many quotable things that he said, and it's just like, he said something that always stuck with me as well. Like, this is one thing he said that always stuck with me, is like, the only difference between him and everybody else is that he just never gave up. He been through every single emotion, everything that you could think of, every emotion, negative and positive. He been through it all, but he never gave up. And that's one thing that I always think of. Either if I'm feeling like I'm the greatest thing right now and I'm walking gold and I feel fucking amazing, I always got to tell myself, like, and even if I feel like shit, you always got to tell yourself that.
Yeah. Down.
So it's like, just never give up. You got to keep going harder.
Well, I know what helped like instill that mindset into my head was actually like psychedelics. Like how it might come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it gets deep.
Yeah.
Shit can get deep, you know? Like,
I remember hearing like Broken Hearted and like you kind of talked about LSD from the very get go and such. So like when I heard that, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. You know, cause me, I could probably I count on two hands how many times I've done it. You know what I mean? And it's like cool, and it's just like I still do my thing, but it's also like I don't really abuse it. You know, I just kind of go ahead and like just enter my mind and see like what's good, what's new, see what's like some interesting facts and whatnot. You learn about yourself with those psychedelics.
it's crazy.
That's one thing I tell people.
You do, and like one thing I always tell people too is that like you gotta be sure that you're mentally like you gotta be mentally prepared for this psychedelic because it can get intense. You know, it can get to a point where like you feel like you don't have no control over it, but you have to understand that your brain is and like your mind is so much more powerful than any drug, than anything on this earth. So like you have full control over it still. You just feel like you're on a drug because you took a drug. You know what I'm saying? So like with me, I didn't try like psychedelics until like I think the first time I tried shrooms I was like 19. I took an eighth of shrooms and that shit was crazy. Like I had a really good trip. I was in the studio. I wrote that song Blown. It's a feature. That song Blown. It was like it's one of my favorite songs that I ever got on. I wrote that song on shrooms. First time I ever took shrooms. We were in the lab and we did that. Yeah, that experience was beautiful, but I just remember always telling myself, like, before I did the shrooms, like, I gotta be mentally prepared. I gotta be in a state of mind where I'm happy, I'm feeling good. And it was just in a state of mind where, like, you know, we were doing good, we were making money, we were in the studios, and, like, I just felt good. And it was just a beautiful thing. Like you said, you learn more and more about yourself. Your mind opens up to things that you never thought that you would think about. You just see shit differently, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You can't really explain it to somebody who hasn't experienced it.
Yeah, that's why when I tell people, it's like, so a lot of people think I'm like some kind of guru with it just because these people have never really done it. So when I tell them the couple times I've done it, they're like, oh, so if I want to try it, like, what should I do? This time, like, I don't have the answers for you.
Yeah, I don't.
But the thing is that, like, you just got to understand yourself. Like, be open with yourself, know what you are. If you know the bad things that you've done or, like, some of the negative things you don't want to think about yourself, you got to acknowledge that before you go in. Otherwise, that's how people start having bad trips.
Not even that, bro. It's just that, like, you have to know that, like, that shit might come up. If you have shit that you haven't dealt with yet, and you take a psychedelic, you're gonna deal with it. You're gonna deal with it. You're gonna deal with it, bro. Because I've had trips, and I don't even consider it a bad trip, bro. I really consider it a cleanse.
Yeah, same here.
It's a cleanse, bro, because if that's what it took for me to open my mind and really cry all this darkness out and really just get all this shit out, for me to sit here and cry for this hour and really just rethink my whole life and restructure everything that I got to do, then that's what it took. And that's just my opinion, you know what I mean? But I understand psychedelics on another level, and I've done my reading, and I feel like they heal, you know what I mean? And, like, for people that want to have that conversation, I'll have it with them, you know. But, like, you know, for others, it's kind of like I don't want nobody to look at me like I'm crazy or nothing like that, because it gets to that quick, and, like,
it's very, very easy how that happens.
Yeah, and, like, that frustrates me, bro. That frustrates me. Like,
I'll tell you this much: whoever's listening to this part right now, they're probably thinking like, "Oh, this is white boy's fucking total tweaker." Like they're probably having all these different things, but it's
like with me, like, I don't ever judge, bro. Like I was saying in the beginning, like, I don't judge. Like, you could tell me what, like, be open with me. I'm not gonna judge you. Like, that's your life. It ain't got nothing. It ain't got shit to do with me, bro. Like, as long as you don't cross me, disrespect me, or do your whatever dirt you did to whoever, to me, we straight. Like,
exactly what it did. Cool, you take the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, like, I'm good. Like, I'm not worried about what you did. Like, that's cool. Like, you did that. Cool. I got shit that I did, but you know, as long as we keep that level of respect for each other, everything is good, you know?
Yeah, hands down, man. Well, I mean, damn, this is gonna be a weird transition back to your music, though.
That's all good.
You know? Like, that's just always been something that I've always caught my attention right when I heard Broken Hearted. And I was thinking, okay, and then, but let alone that was like a little diverse for you. Personally to me.
Very, very, very. It was. I was so nervous to release that song, bro. I was really nervous, and just for the simple fact because, like, I had never released a song like that.
Yeah.
Never, like, you know, I had never put a song out like that.
Yeah, but it worked though. That's the way I feel.
Thank you. thank you. I really appreciate that. And like the feedback that I got from it was that too. You know, people were like, dude, I really like this. Like, this is different. Like, you never done this before. And I was like, that's the reaction I wanted out of it. And the whole like perspective of the release was like, I knew that everybody that was about to drop during Valentine's Day or during that time, it was about to be some lovey-dovey shit. Everybody was about to be in love or taking your girl here. Me, I was going through a heartbreak. I'm still going through a heartbreak right now. So it's like, I need to let y'all know what I'm going through. And for everybody that's going through the same shit, knows that Valentine's Day is a really shitty time to have a heartbreak on when everybody else around you is in love and everybody's dropping love music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I gave a perspective.
Playing some Drake and Trey songs at the same time.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
man.
my approach was just like, let me give something to the people that really feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That really feel alone, that really feel like fuck. Like, this is just how I feel right now during this time. You know?
I feel
and
you.
I wanted to reach that crowd of people. I wanted to be different. I didn't want to be like everybody, you know? I wanted to do some different shit. So that was my idea, and I really liked how it sounded in my head, and we had that track, and I was like, let's release it.
Want to know some ghetto fabulous stuff you could do on Valentine's Day?
What is that?
So one time, Valentine's came up, whatever, and I had, like, this girl I was seeing for a little bit. I was like, hey, so what are you doing for Valentine's Day? And she's like, oh, like, nothing much. Do you want to see each other? I'm like, yeah, but don't get all nice and dressed up. And she's like, why? We're going to go to IHOP. And she's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, IHOP for dinner. Think about it. There would be no lines. And we just get our breakfast for dinner. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a bad idea.
It's fucked up because if I were to do that I feel like, bro, I know how to pick them, bro. Fuck, I know how to pick them. But anyway,
Yeah, give me some tips, man. Fucking
oh,
A.
you don't want tips from me, bro. Fuck, you don't want tips from me, bro. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, I mean, right now, I think that I've tried love. And I'm out-tried with it. You know what I mean? I feel like I've put a lot of people before me, and I never put myself first. It just as far as like really, really tapping in with myself and like getting my mental right, getting my finances right, getting everything that Frankie wants to do correct. Just getting up in the morning and just doing what the fuck I want to do. Moving the way I want to move. Being in the studio as late as I need to be. Like just that aspect of shit needs to get done now. And I feel like I tried love and it just don't work right now, where I'm just too young. You know, I'm just too young, but I had to learn on my own, of course.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 23. So like, yeah, bro. I feel like I was chasing love for a long time, and that shit just don't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I was chasing love because I never like seen love like in my past. And like when I was a kid, my parents got divorced real young and they didn't really have a good relationship. And like, I feel like my past traumas is what made me seek love because I never had it. And I felt like a woman and me and a woman coming together was going to make me happy. But like, I don't need to be worried about that shit right now. I tried it, and it's just like, I know that God and the universe and my angels are just telling me that I just need to focus on myself right now. And if I want to do the things that I want to do and need to do, I need to cut ties and I need to let go, and I need to just let myself be me and fully be me. You know what I mean? And not stoop down and just settle because I feel like, oh, I have to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Settling's never good.
Never,
Not at
bro.
all.
Never, bro.
Like, the only time, like I said, settling's never good. Some people will compare it to, like, even, like, working a job or, like, getting to a career field, and it's like, well, what I should be making is really this much, but I'll settle for this. And it's like, okay.
Nah,
but,
hell nah, bro.
like, you could stay there for only an X amount of time. And if you don't, and if you feel like you still deserve more, you better find a way to get there. That's the way I've always seen it right there.
Because you know, I feel like, I don't know, everybody can be a master of their own fate. Like, you really control what you do. Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day to do what it is they got to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It all starts with habits. You know, for sure. Your habits. Like, what do you do when you wake up? What do you do right before you go to bed? Like, that shit is like,
Makes a big difference.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Before the quarantine, I used to work out, and like I wasn't no like buff dude, but like, you know, I was like pretty active.
Yeah.
After quarantine, and it's been a year since then now, dude, man, I get winded just getting off the couch sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm so out of shape. And then, like, I have, like, this fucking, like, beer belly when I barely drink. And it's like, dude, like, not saying I never had a six-pack, but it looks like I've had many six-packs.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's just all these things that come up when you just, like, take better care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And so now that, you know, me coming across the music and such, it's really like, okay, cool. Like, I'm hearing this stuff out. And it's like, okay, well, I want to try to get some shit done. Like, whether it's just, like, you know, getting this podcast in, you know, like, going out for a run or just clean up the house or whatever. Like,
yeah,
I want to get some shit done.
Yeah, bro. That's what, bro. And that's what it is, man. Cause like those little things, like, you know, when you do a task or like when you get something done and your brain knows that you got something done, it releases a chemical in your brain. You know, that makes you feel good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So once you start doing shit that makes you feel good, it just makes you keep wanting to do more shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you start your day off with a task, like, first thing I do as soon as I wake up, bro, I get up, I brush my teeth, wash my face, make my bed, and then I'm like, okay, let me make my smoothie. And then I stretch. Like, and then it just, the engine just gets going. The engine just gets going. And I'm like, okay, what do I got to do now? What's next? Oh, shit, let me wipe my counter down. Let me clean up. Let me make the house look clean. Let me wash my dishes real quick. Let me take out the trash. Let me do this. All right, everything's in at the crib. What do I got to get done next? Oh, the truck needs to be washed. Let me go wash the truck. Let me go, you know, it just starts the engine. You feel me? It just starts the engine. Like,
yeah, put me on the course, man. I don't do any of that shit.
Well, the thing about it is that, like, once you start doing it, it makes you feel good. So then you feel like shit when you don't do it.
Okay, yeah, you got me. Yep.
You get me?
Mm-hmm.
At first, it's not easy, like,
Yeah.
to get up and do this shit. But, like, once you start doing it, you feel like shit when you don't. Like, you don't feel good when you don't do it. Like, when, like, I get up and, like, the first thing I do is check my phone for 30 minutes. I'm like, fuck, why the fuck did I do that? I can't get that 30 minutes back. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then I get up. I'm like, fuck, let me get the fuck up. I need to get up. Boom.
Well, that's a fun fact too, though. Like when you first wake up, the first 20 minutes of your day after you wake up, that's gonna determine, like, okay, what's the energy that you're gonna have throughout the day. And that's what I found out not like a couple years ago, but it slips my mind all the time. Because, you know, I would do the same thing at some point sometimes. Like, okay, wake up and then I just like lay there for like an extra 30, and then I'll be like groggy all fucking day. But so I remember one morning, what was it? Like, I was standing at my mom's house and my mom just barges in. It's like, hey, get up, the street sweeper. And I just woke up like, oh shit. I just bounced up, ran out. We both just like took off and then, you know, parked and went to Starbucks. But then I was energized, dude. I was energized for the rest of that day.
Yeah, like, it's like, from what I've read, I'm pretty sure it's a fact, but like they say that, like, as soon as you wake up, to get up, don't go back to sleep, don't do that, because as soon as you get up, your body is ready. And if you get up and you start the engine, you're gonna be feeling good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing, bro, is like, what's the first thing you intake when you wake up? You know what I mean? Like me, it's only fruits and waters till noon. I won't eat nothing that's not fruit or water till noon. Shout out my boy Nappy 2000.
Yeah, shout out Nappy.
Nappy 2000 was like who put me on that. Like, he fasts every day till noon. Every day. This is an everyday thing.
Okay.
A lot of water and fruit in the morning, and that just gets your body.
That's where you start making your own smoothies and stuff.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like a smoothie is it's fruit. You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's just drinking it. You know what I mean? Drinking it. So I mean, I like to switch it up every day, you know, and just like start my morning with that, because then it just makes you feel good. You feel better, and it just makes the day smoother. You feel good.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man.
You feel really good, you know? And just those little lifestyle changes, bro, just make you feel like I can get shit done. And, you know, you change your energy, you change your mindset, you know? Like, right now I'm working on becoming my own best friend again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm working on right now. Like, that's what I'm on. I'm trying to be my own best friend again.
Yeah, I said that a couple times to myself, like, okay, like, just make sure that you're straight, like, all this effort that you put into, like, other people, you know, put the same, if not twice as much into yourself now.
I mean, I haven't been doing that, bro, and it's time for me to do that again. You know?
Exactly, you know.
And at this point, like, I don't really care whose feelings I hurt, or I don't really care if you take it personal. Like, I don't care. I'm out nice guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm out nice guy. Like, I was a nice guy, and, like, it just got me stomped out. So, like, I'm good.
I'm not gonna lie, this felt like a therapy session for myself, man. It's like, cool, like, you know, like, I relate to a lot of stuff that you're speaking on, and it's like, damn, and then I totally forgot, oh wait, we're recording. Oh shit, you know? That's why I'm pretty sure some people are gonna be thinking like, wow, like just from music and now we're just talking about like all these other things, experiences.
Nah,
It's like, you know,
it's a
it's
good
interesting.
thing though, bro, because like for me, I don't want to be known for just my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be known on a whole nother aspect of shit. Like I don't want people to look at me like, oh, he's a rapper. Now I want people to be like, oh, yo, that's FrankieOG. Like,
Yeah.
that's Frankie. Like, not, oh, he does music. Nah, that's Frankie. Like, when you think of Nipsey, it's not like, oh, he's a rapper. Like, nah,
that's
he's a
Nip.
mogul. That's Nip,
That neighborhood Nip right there.
Yeah, and like,
Well, then tell me this then. Where's FrankieOG at in 5 years?
man, in 5 years, I really see myself being fully independent, bro. Like, as far as like being able to just live off my music, my merchandise. Hopefully, you know, on tour. If everything goes as, you know, as I want it to, and as like, you know, as planned, touring, releasing music every month, mad projects every year, and just spreading my message even bigger on a global aspect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Growth, maneuvering. I see myself doing what I want to do in 5 years, bro. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon, you know? I see myself just elevating and growing more because it wouldn't feel right for me to not do that.
Well,
I wouldn't be happy if I wasn't elevating, you know?
I definitely say, but like the people that you surround yourself with, let alone the people that you worked with before, I see that really happening a lot sooner than I think you and I both think.
And you know what, bro? And that's one thing that I don't even think about. Like, I don't even, like, worry about when I'm going to crack or when it's going to crack or when, like, I just worry about making sure that my message is being spread the way I want it to and the way I need it to so that I can sleep well at night. Knowing that, like, yo, if people go look at my catalog or if they go search me up, I'm okay with what they see on my end. Whatever opinions are formed of what you hear, that's fine, but you're still hearing it from me. And you're hearing it from what I do. And that's why I'm fully independent, bro. I release all my own music. I'm my own publisher. I do all my own metadata. You know, all my music videos are paid for by me. Anything budgeted, all studio sessions are paid for by me. Like, I don't have no management. Like, I don't have no social media content creators. Like, it's all me. I got engineers that, you know, mix and master my stuff and that they record me and send me my beats. But, like, everything is me, bro.
Yeah.
I write my shit.
Well, that's why one thing I'm learning too every day is that you can't do everything on your own.
Bro,
you're always
it's so
you're always
tough.
gonna have to go out.
So tough, bro.
And you're gonna have to like figure a way out. And then once you find the right connections, then it's like, okay, we can benefit from each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's like, you know, it's kind of hard to find. Like, you know, people, it's crazy because like people nowadays, they don't really like, I feel like a lot of people, they just always try to see what they can gain from somebody.
Hands down.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like they gauge people like, okay, what I gain from this? And if they really don't feel like they can gain anything, they're not going to engage in it. So I'm really really careful with who I engage with and who I give my energy to. Because like me, I really feel like I could feel people's energy, bro. Since I was a kid, bro. Like since I was a kid, I can walk into a room and gauge like what's going on, who's on some weird shit, who's cool, who's genuine, and who's not. And the only reason I say that is because every time I've ever had those like conversations with myself in my head, bro, I've been correct. Like I've been able to gauge people's energy. Like it's fucking crazy, bro. And I really feel like that's me being grounded and in tune with everything around me and me moving the way that I move. It just makes sense, bro. You know how to gauge. You know how to gauge shit. You can just feel it. You can read it.
I mean, it's a real thing. Like it's like Daylight even spoke about it, saying how like even just the words you say out loud actually like brings like certain surroundings to you.
Bro, that
you know?
life
like,
is karmatic, bro.
Seriously, like I don't know. I'm pretty sure I might have said this on a episode or two or whatnot, but like you know, like when you hear the word curse, you know what is the rhyme near? You know what I mean? What does it rhyme with? Verse.
Curse.
Okay, and how do you put together a verse?
Write it.
You have to write it, but then you have to spell out each word. You know, so that's why sometimes you do gotta be careful with what you say because some things attract certain different energies.
No, words are spells, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Words are spells, bro. And that's why, like, yeah, bro, I know that this life is karmatic, bro, so I try to move a certain way.
Karmatic. That's the word of the day. That's definitely the word of the day.
Yeah, bro, you gotta, I don't even know if that's a word, but I said
Okay.
that shit in one of my songs. So I said that shit in one of my songs, and people understood it. So
Yeah, me and Detour, we were just talking about like this right before you got here. We're like, dude, like, you ever had a conversation with someone and they say like a big ass word and you're just like, I wonder if they know how to spell it. You know, I was like, okay. Then when I heard karmatic, I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna try to find out what that word is today.
yeah, bro. Like I don't even know if it is a word, but I said it in one of my songs and it made sense. You know, this life is karmatic. Like it's like what comes around goes around.
Yeah,
You know what I
hands
mean?
down. Oh, it's a word? All right, cool. Shout out
Yeah,
Detour
so
for that one. I will just have to ask him to look it up for me.
Hell yeah,
There
my
we go.
guy.
Fucking karmatic, dude.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just gonna tweet that word out and see if anyone asks. Do you know what that is?
It's
No?
the truth, though, bro. Like, it's the truth. Just think about all the people that do good shit for the world and like how good they live. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like basic shit like that. Like, yeah.
Exactly. Like to me, like I don't judge a person off like the good deeds that they do. Is like, okay, well, like how often do you do that without the camera in your face?
Yeah.
That shit annoys the hell out of me.
And that's what the blessings in life come into play, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you do behind closed doors is gonna get shown in the light.
Yeah.
What you do in the dark gets shown in the light, bro. Like
One way or another.
one way or the other.
That's why being famous there's always gonna be someone out there that will dig
Dig,
just
bro.
to find the simplest thing.
Yeah, the
or even
littlest
like a thing
shit.
that's like been a totally different atmosphere than where you're at now. Or anything that had to lead up to where you are now.
Yeah.
You know?
It's weird, bro. People are I don't know.
Yeah, people are sensitive nowadays. People are weird. Like, we talked about this last, like maybe like a week or two ago about PETA. They're trying to tell people stop calling your pets, call them your human companions, or like your animal companions. Yeah, I had the same what the fuck face too. I don't understand it. I'm like, okay, like I get some of the things you guys are fighting for, but it's discrimination.
So they said I can't call my fish a pet.
Yeah, that's your companion. You know, like here's one thing too. Whenever someone asks me like, oh, like they never really ask like, oh, do you have any pets? I'm like, yeah, I have a dog, or like, oh, I'm a dog uncle. You know, so my when I live with my cousins, because oh, are you a dog parent? I'm like, I'm a dog uncle. I don't know, man. I just think people just want to be part of a conversation nowadays.
I just think that people don't have any fucking goals or aspirations with their time.
And just a lot of fucking time.
Yeah, like they don't know how to use it. Like, bro,
I just blew his mind right now, didn't I?
I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that. But you know what? I stay really out of tune with the bullshit, though, bro. You know,
I need to learn that.
I stay really out of tune with the bullshit, and it makes me feel good that I only know what the fuck is going on with the shit that I want to go. That I know, you know, that I want to know. Like,
Yeah.
I only know what I want to know.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, and that makes me feel good because, like, that shit'll piss me off. Like, if I would have heard that, I'd have been sitting there for 5 minutes like, bro, this person is ridiculous. Like, are you kidding me? Like, so I just don't even waste that energy anymore, you know? Like,
Yeah.
because I'll sit there by myself and be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, and then I'll call the homie and then I'll call my mom and be like, yo, did you see this shit? Like, so it's just like, I don't even engage in it anymore. Like, this world is just ridiculous.
All right. Well, before we head out of here, man, I gotta ask an odd question.
Ask
you know?
me an odd question, bro. I'm with it.
All right. See, there's a few of these odd questions I asked already. I don't know if I feel like repeating one of them, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do it, bro. Yeah.
All right. If you could kick it with one cartoon character, who would you kick it with, and why?
Cartoon character. Oh, shit.
There's a vast amount in our time because you're a '90s baby.
Yeah, bro.
So you know some of the genuine cartoons still. Yeah.
Damn, you know what? I'd go to Toontown with Roger Rabbit, bro.
All right, give me something for that shit.
Yeah,
that was fire.
I'd be in Toontown
That
with
was
it.
fire.
Yeah, I'd be in Toontown with Roger Rabbit, bro, because I want to whip one of them taxis.
I would want to kick it with him so I could see his wife's titties.
And I want to kick it with her friends, bro. I'm trying to see
Same
this
here.
with her friends because I'm not gonna disrespect mans, but I'm be like, yo, I know she got some friends, so what's the deal?
Exactly, you know?
And he's the guy in his city. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the guy. So like, you kick it with him, you're straight. You're gonna have the nicest dinners. Y'all gonna be at the spot in the back of the spot. There's gonna be caution tape around it. Nobody's gonna be coming in there. Like,
Exactly.
That's
and
the guy.
there's another thing too, though. Roger Rabbit kind of makes me feel okay with being as weird as I am because, like, dude,
bro-
he has a baddie next to him.
bro, he
got a baddie and he's a goofball, bro.
He's the guy. I'm telling you, he's the fucking guy.
That's
He's
what
the
I'm
guy.
saying.
Yeah, that's where I would be. I'd be in Toontown with it, bro.
And watch, all these other people are gonna try to cancel him out now, saying like, that's not realistic. No, that's too much now. Oh my
bro.
goodness.
Get out of here with that, bro. I'm in Toontown with it. You're a hater.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm whipping this taxi.
Hell yeah. No, honestly, that brought back Disneyland for me, man. I used to like that Roger Rabbit ride.
That's the only reason I ever went to Disneyland was to get on like Toontown shit. Like that was the only reason I would ever agree to go because I don't really like Disneyland. I remember it ruined it for me one year because I seen all the projection screens and shit inside the ride and I was like, oh, this shit is weak, bro. I can see this shit. I was just mad. Like it ruined it for me. So
I just remember being like a little kid and obviously you're like only like less than 3 foot high.
Yeah.
And then like, you just think, oh dude, I've seen this all my life, finally. And then like you're on the ride, you're like, wow, this is crazy. Then when I was like an adult and went on that ride, I was like, dude, this is what I was so enthused with as a kid.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I was just like, fuck. Like, why'd I gotta grow up? Why does shit gotta be ruined for me? Like, god damn.
Like that's why I remember someone told me like, oh, we're gonna go to Disneyland, but we're gonna take mushrooms too. And I'm like, that sounds like a bad time. But then after like thinking about it, I'm like, but Toontown?
That's actually
be a bad
dope.
idea.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dope. That's actually pretty dope.
Let's just have supervisors with us and we're good. All right, let's go.
Yeah, nah, I'll do that.
Nah, I don't know. But personally, like, last thing I'm gonna say about the mushrooms, man, I can't be around public people like on those things. I start getting upset. I'm like, dude, you guys are bad people. I can't be around you, dude. Let's go to the beach.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't let nobody fuck with my vibe when I'm on the shrooms, bro. Can't do it.
So, we're what? This is still March technically of 2021.
Yeah.
What are we expecting for the rest of the year?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Like, what are we expecting for the rest of 2021 from you?
Oh, bro, a lot of music. A lot of music, bro. A lot of music. I had plans to drop a song every month this year. I got kind of behind because my graphic designer got into a little like car troubles and things like that, so I wasn't able to get my cover art done in time for this month. But I got 2 tracks coming out next month.
And make up for it.
Yeah, bro. One of them is I'll be featured on the Beat Dispensary 2 with Nug Life. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a really, really big surprise. I got something coming really big for all my supporters and everybody. That's probably gonna be the biggest thing that happens for me this year. And then I also got my own track dropping, featuring Jimmy as well again, who was on Heartbroken or Broken Hearted. We got a video coming for that. It's produced by Keflon Don as well. I got a project coming out with Keflon Don. I'm working on my album. I'm working on another project with a producer named Jaded Eye. And I've been in the studio with LAF and the Mike Pro and the Zone COV and everybody. So man, I got a lot of things coming this year, bro. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, hands down, man.
So many things in the works right now. It's crazy,
Yeah, I'm always looking forward to it. Like definitely as of the time I hit you up, I'm looking forward to hearing some new stuff, man.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I definitely make sure you guys get that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. But we'll bring you back around when you drop the next release. But we'll dissect that one.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to do one of those things. It's because it's like one of those first listens. Of course, not on record, but we get to really fill it out and really get the insights of it.
Yeah, bro, definitely. I'm with that. I'm always be down to come back on the show, bro. I appreciate you having me today, bro.
Don't even worry about it, man.
For real, it's a blessing.
Yeah, it really is, man. You blessed me with this. I enjoyed this conversation. I totally forgot we were recording for half of it, so that's why I was like, okay, hopefully people will just get chill out with the conversation as if they're talking to the homies, man. That's the way I like to have my podcast.
Exactly, bro. That's how it should be. It's how it should be. Very comfortable, and you don't even remember that an hour just went by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't like those Q&As really. I just like, all right, let's just really fly with this one, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's dope, man.
Just like an intro, I don't have an outro. Although I do go by Tony Awdball, and this is an odd conversation with a very special guest,
FrankieOG, man. You know what it is. I'm blessed to be here today. Shout out Tony Awdball.
Thank you, man. Thank you. We're gonna have all the socials on the screen and bio and all the other bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, peace and love.
Later.